Hello, this is LR Reactor, and welcome to Ready to React, viewers' point of view. And this is the segment where I take a couple of emails that I received during the week. Just got back from a long business trip, been gone for a while, but I was checking some of my old emails, and I had posted a question out about a month and a half ago about some actors who I think would be great to play certain roles if Marvel and DC brings these roles back into the forefront. So we're going to talk about that a little bit and a little bit about DC itself. The Shazam movies in production right now. They're shooting that. Aquaman is being post production, and they're getting the CG and everything ready. And we should be seeing a trailer on that soon. But we're going to talk about that a little later on the show. But first, I want to talk about uh, one of the questions I put out there, and want to share that with you guys right now. Some of you guys responded in to my email with some of your thoughts, but I want to take the two most popular ones. So, as you know, DC's trying and trying and trying to build their universe again. They're not rebooting it, or maybe they are rebooting it. We don't know. They just, one thing about DC, they're making a fatal mistake that a lot of people make who are very prideful. I get it. You're a big company, you're a standard bearer, and you hate to admit you made a mistake, but it's okay to say to reboot. And it's better, to be the kind of person who would rather get it right than be right. And DC wants to be right, not get it right, unfortunately. And it seems like they're making the same mistakes again. I'm hopeful, but we'll see. But they talked about in their slate that they are maybe looking to do a Green Lantern Corps movie, and Tom Cruise's name has been mentioned as Hal Jordan. Now, I'm a big Hal Jordan fan. Out of all the Lanterns, I'm a Hal Jordan guy. Like John Stewart, as well. Kyle Rayner, of course, and Guy Gardner. He's okay. I never really cared for him much, but he's that Deadpool of the Green Lantern Corps, so to speak. But I always wanted to, and I understand, basically if you grew up in the '90s or late 2000s, your Green Lantern is John Stewart. Now he was on the animation shows and everything else, but people forgot Hal Jordan is the original Green Lantern. I wish we see more of an emphasis of pushing him out there, and you can bring John Stewart along, but I want Hal Jordan. And my understanding is they're looking at maybe talking about Tom Cruise and maybe some other actor. But Tom Cruise, I think, would be great if they're going to go with the storyline of having an older Hal Jordan who is, protector of Space Sector 2814. I think that's it. And he's been pulled away to do more galactic stuff, and now they need a Green Lantern on Earth. And he comes in to recruit John Stewart and trains John Stewart. I think that would be great if they did that. They decided to go that route. I'm okay with that, although I would just love to have a young Green Lantern as Hal Jordan, but I don't know if we're going to get that. The question is, who would be the better actor to play, John Stewart? Now, Tyree, let's just get out of there. He's been pimping himself out there. I want to play Green Lantern. I'm sorry, Tyree. You're not a good enough actor, and I don't like you in that role. Stop begging. Okay? But there are two actors who I think could pull it off. Actually, three, but the other one is tied up in Marvel. I don't think he'll jump over, but he could jump over. But John Boyega. I think John Boyega could be a great John Stewart, working with and in tandem with Hal Jordan. If it's Tom Cruise, that would be great. I think John Boyega has shown his name out there. You've seen him in Star Wars, seen him in Pacific Rim, seen him in other movies. I think he would be great to have as a young John Stewart if you want to do that. The other name is Elba. Elba. I keep saying his name wrong. We all know him as Himdall in the DC and the Marvel universe. He also could cross over, and I think he's a great actor. He could be a great Green Lantern, John Stewart. The only problem is he's a little older, and maybe if they dyed his beard and stuff where no gray came through, they can make him look a little younger, because he has to be younger than, if they're gonna say he's younger than Hal Jordan, maybe they say they're the same age or close to the same age, and he's just picking someone who's experienced, and that's fine. I think those two will be great. You couldn't miss with those two at all. But I think either one of them, because of their fame, their performances in past movies, I think either one could be a great John Stewart in the Green Lantern Corps. So let me get your opinion of what you think, and if there's an actor that I missed out on that you think could play John Stewart, let me know in the comment section below. You can hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. But those are I narrowed. I mean, I got a lot of suggestions in my email box and on Twitter. But these are two I'm narrowed down as probably the two most famous and well known right now to get in to play that role. That's not tied up in some other project or some other universe that it would be weird. But Josh Brolin, he's Cable and he's also Thanos, but Thanos, he's more CG. You can't tell that's Josh Brolin, so he can get away with it. Or Cable, you see his face, he's Cable. So that's a little different situation. The other person out there, character anyway, that we may see pop up in a Doctor Strange movie or his own movie if they decide to reboot it is Blade. I think they're going to reboot Blade, put him in the MCU some way, maybe have him tied in with Doctor Strange or some other, or maybe do the Sons of the Midnight Sun. Who knows? I don't know. They could do that with Ghost Rider, Blade, and Doctor Strange or Morbius. I would love to see something like that. Who knows what Marvel has in mind? But even if they just rebooted Blade himself, I think it's time for a reboot. Love Wesley Snipes' performance, but it's time for a reboot. And Wesley, you're too old to play the part. I'm sorry, you had your run, and now it's time to redo the character. And you even could throw in John Boyega into that mix. He could play Blade as well. He could do a great Blade. Even Eldra, he could do Blade. They both could do it, but I want to keep them more for Green Lantern. But for Blade, I would love to see them reinsert Michael B. Jordan into the MCU. Now, he was Killmonger and did a great job being the villain, one of the best villains we've seen in Marvel. But I would love to see him brought back into MCU. Killmonger's dead, so the character's dead. Why do we have to get rid of a great actor like Michael B. Jordan? Bring him in. Now, could Michael B. Jordan play Blade? He could. He could play Blade, no problem. So he could be. That could be that's one of the suggestions I had in my email is Michael B. Jordan. I get that, but I got more suggestions for Elba and Boyega, so I use those two. But Michael B. Jordan, I think, would be a fantastic Blade. He's got the structure, the body type. He's young enough to carry a franchise for 3 or 4 movies. They wanted to advance Blade in the MCU or just his own movies. I think Michael B. Jordan would be fantastic in that role. Now, another person that's in that role, I think it would be great in that role, a little bit older, but we've seen him in that kind of a role. And I'm talking about Vin Diesel. I would love to see Vin Diesel cast as Blade. Now, Vin Diesel has played Riddick. We've seen that. He played the witch hunter in that horrible witch movie. But, you want to consider him like the witch hunter instead of witch hunting vampires. You can see how, even in Triple X, Vin Diesel has a look and the attitude to play this part. Now, people say, oh, Blade's black. Well, yes, he is. But we've seen, over the last 10 years, cast a good actor. Some parts doesn't have to be the color of the character. It doesn't matter as much. And Captain America has blonde hair in comic books. He's brown hair here. Nick Fury used to be a white guy. Now he's a black guy. In the last Fantastic Four movie, they made Johnny Storm a black guy. So why couldn't we take Blade and make Blade into a white guy? Why can't we do that? If the actor fits, and I think Vin Diesel could definitely play Blade. Now he's a little older, but I think Vin Diesel still could pull it off. I think Vin Diesel would be fantastic as Blade. So if you didn't want to go younger than Michael B. Jordan, why not go with Vin Diesel? He has that attitude. He has that charisma to play Blade. I mean, we've seen it in Riddick. We've seen that look in Riddick, him with the glass and stuff, how he could play Blade. I think he would be fantastic in it. And I'd like to know your thoughts on that. Because Vin Diesel's my number one choice to redo Blade. But if they want to go younger, then Michael B. Jordan will be my second choice. But I think Vin Diesel will be awesome as Blade. So again, give me your ideas in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Now we go into the world of DC a little bit more with the DC slate. So, first looks on the internet of the Captain Marvel, I guess you can't call him that, Shazam movie. I like the tone of it. I like how they're going to make it very, and that's what Shazam should be. He's basically a kid in a superhero's body, and it should be funny and high-hearted and stuff, but have some good scenes in it. I think what I've seen with the costume is on point. I love the costume. The only thing I wish, and I understand they changed the costume a little bit to have the hood and the longer cape. I still like the waist short cape in the original, from the comic books of the original Captain Marvel. Give me the short cape. I love that. But I'm okay with that. A little rope holding it together. But they're going to modify it some. It's going to look more like the Injustice, more like the Captain Shazam movie, Shazam look in the DC Justice League movies that we've seen. Justice League War, where he was in there. So I'm good with that. And they're gonna make. I hope they make him strong though. Don't make it all his powers electrical based. Captain Marvel or Shazam is just as strong as Superman in most aspects. He is powerful, and he's magic based, so usually he can go toe to toe with Superman because magic affects Superman. So I would love to see. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing this movie and stuff, and I think DC is going to do well. I think it's going to be a good movie. I think Wonder Woman 2 that's being announced could be a good movie, and I'm glad they're doing Cheetah. And I hope they do the mythos of Cheetah. I thought they were going to do Cheetah more in a different way, like that Cersei's, and Cersei's probably is in Cheetah. She's probably one of the reasons that this woman, Kristen Wiig, who's going to be Cheetah, turns into Cheetah perhaps and gives her powers. I don't know that for sure, but I think that's a possible way. I thought more or less Cersei was going to take a Amazon who was jealous of Diana and who already has strength and power and turn her into give her the strength, the agility and power and speed of a cheetah. That's how I thought it was going to go, but they're going to go a different route. But I think Cersei still will be the main villain behind Cheetah, how she gets her powers, and it's going to be based in the 80s, I think. So the Cold War setting. So we'll see. Maybe the Russians made Cheetah. Who knows? If they're doing the Cold War era, but I think that's a great villain to do. I think Wonder Woman 2, again, is going to be good, very good because they don't have to address anybody in the DC because Justice League apparently wasn't around the 80s. Now Batman was around, but he didn't know anything about Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman anything about him. And so they'll be interested to see how they blend that. But I still think DC, you have an opportunity here to do some, have some cameos for some golden age, heroes of DC, the Justice League Society. You still can do maybe a Jay Garrett or Dr. Fate. I love to see Dr. Fate introduced. Please introduce, because Dr. Fate goes through millenniums. He's ancient, and I would the helmet of Naboo. I would love to see them have a Dr. Fate cameo, or have him be a part of it since Cersei is a part of magic and stuff. That would be great. Or even Etrigan. Bring in Etrigan even. But I'm hoping DC takes that opportunity to bring another character in and expand the universe. But I expect Wonder Woman to be very, very successful and do very well because it doesn't have to tie anything into the universe that they built that is a mess right now. Now Aquaman also I think could be very good. I'm hearing great things about online, just like you guys are, about a lot of it, 80% of it takes place on the water, which is fantastic. I hope it looks good. But it's going to be a self-contained movie. It's going to be about Atlantis. So if they do like Black Panther, where they maybe mention a little bit, because this is after Justice League, Aquaman takes place, this movie, mention a little bit about the DC world, but it's basically self-contained, just like Wakanda was self-contained, and they can do that same kind of storyline about Atlantis itself and everything. So I think Aquaman's going to be good. Unfortunately, we're talking about Shazam, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. They should be good. All standalone movies, though, and they don't tie into the main DC universe, which is the whole thing if you're going to build a cinematic universe. Now, DC may decide we're not going to do a cinematic universe. That's fine. And you can do your movies. But see, if you do that, DC, the mood has changed. The temperature has changed as far as movies go. And everybody wants to see a cinematic universe. From Harry Potter to Lord of the Rings to Marvel, who've done it the best out of anybody. I mean, Infinity War is going to be just amazing. You think how many movies led to that. It's just amazing how they tied it in. That's what people want to see. So if DC says, we're just going to do our own standalone movies or Elseworld movies, Joker movies, which is stupid. But you have your own opinion on that. That's fine, but people want cinematic universe. And if you're not going to put that together for them, people are always going to ask, okay, well, how can Wonder Woman run around and no other hero know about her? How can Superman be around and nobody else, other heroes know about him? How is Hawkman out there somewhere? How is Martian Manhunter? How is Green Lantern? They can all do self-contained because the Green Lantern Corp, they can do a self-contained out in space. That's fine, but people want them connected. They want to see how these things are connected. They want these heroes to come together and fight a greater evil. And now they're doing even a New Gods movie. Now, a New Gods movie, again, it could be self-contained. They have the worlds in DC to self-contain the movie. So you got Atlantis. You got Wonder Woman back in time. You got New Gods out in the universe somewhere. You got the Green Lantern Corp out in the universe. So they have stories to tell self-contained, but people want to see these characters interact with each other. I want to see them interact with each other, and that's what they're looking for. So DC may just be, I still don't know if they know what they're doing yet, if they're on the right track, but it is just, it's something that I just don't know if they're ever going to get it right. you know, if they're going to get it together without completely rebooting, and I hate the fact that they might have to reboot because I love the actors playing who they are, but you may have to. As much as we hate it, we had 3 different people play Spider-Man. I liked all 3 of them. I thought all 3 of them were great, 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 but they, you know, they let rid of one, another one came in and did a good job. Got rid of another one, another one came in and did a good job. Superman we've seen replaced. Batman we've seen replaced, and I love, you know, I like the Val Kilmer Batman. I like the Michael Keaton Batman. I like the what do you call it? Think of the Christopher Nolan guy who played Batman. I'm skipping my name. I like all the Batmans, and of course I like Ben Affleck. And now we're going to get another Batman after that. So, you know, I like all they can do it. Even though it'll be painful, there is somebody else who can play the role who will do just as good and may wow us more. So I think they should reboot, but they clearly feel that that is not necessary. We're not going to change their mind, unfortunately, until, you know, I mean, my fear is that Aquaman will suffer because of that. It won't even break 500 million. That's my fear, even though it could be a good movie. Wonder Woman has the ability to break it because they stand alone and had the first good one. So we'll see. But will the stink and the shame of Justice League, which is the lowest grossing DC movie, I can't even believe I'm saying that. I mean, when I heard they're doing Justice League movie, I'm like, oh, that will be one of the top movies ever, because people have wanted to see these people, all these heroes together, since the cartoon days. To bring them to life, and to know it's the lowest rated movie, it's really bad. Really bad. So, anyway, share your thoughts with me. What you think about all the topics. About, you know, who should play John Stewart, who should play Blade, the DC Universe standalone alone. They're killing it on TV. Got a good thing going there. Losing me a little bit on Supergirl. Just a little bit. They're losing me. I don't know. Supergirl might not make it. Arrow's getting better. Flash. It's good with the Thinker. I don't know exactly. I don't have a problem with it. They're introducing new metahumans, and it's, you know, elongated man. I wish they introduced another person that's part of the DC universe, that they could, a small character, Blue Beetle or somebody I want to see brought in. So we'll see how that goes. But great time, guys. We are going into the summer movie season. We got Infinity War. We got Deadpool. We got Aquaman later in the year. We got Venom later in the year. We have, you know, Player Ready One. I believe I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna check it out tonight. That's out there doing well. We got a lot of great movies to look forward to this year, and looking forward to it. Not to mention, I'm looking for that Godzilla 2 trailer too. I'm getting a little worried there. I've been very quiet. Where's that Godzilla 2 trailer? It hits theaters 2019, so teaser or something. Maybe we'll get a Comic-Con this year at San Diego Comic-Con. Again, I will be at Amazing Comic-Con here, Las Vegas this year. I will be there hanging out, going to the Level Up Expo as well, and I was hoping to get to WonderCon 2 weeks ago. I didn't be able to make it. Next year. So I will be there. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate all you guys who do watch. Leave me your comments in the section below. Tell me what you think. I'm Ella Reactor, here for Ready to React. Thank you. Viewers' reactions, I need them. Tell me what you think. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.